Honestly, I believe the New York Knicks are going to make the playoffs this year. Picking up Coach Tom Thibodeau is the best decision they have made in a long time. Tom Thibodeau is famously known for the Derrick Rose knee blowout.
Find out that you bypass the harder team in Miami Heat.
Rose came down.
2012, they were up by 10 points in the first round during a playoff game against the 76ers. And James Dolan, he's got to be one of the worst, okay, maybe the second worst NBA owners. He ain't no Donald Sterling. But come on, how you going to tell a man who had tickets, season tickets, for 30 years, and you're going to tell him he can't use the employee entrance to get in? It's like, come on. He was a season ticket holder before I even had my pubes, and I'm in my 40s. And to treat a Knick legend like Charles Oakley.
Everybody looking over there. Apparently there's a
Charles Oakley over there, Mike.
Fight in the stands. Charles Oakley is involved in something. They need security.
The way you treated him? Come on, man. Why don't you just stick to singing?
Find a church.
Oh, he's even a worse fucking singer than he is a fucking owner? Oh, this fucking guy. He's worse than a fucking bum shitting down Central Park in a New York hot day. Well, we're gonna go back to the year 1990, where it was a lot easier to get two systems, where you had a Sega Genesis and a Super Nintendo, where you can invite the neighbor kid over and whoop his ass in Mortal Kombat.
Johnny Cage wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Street Fighter 2. And NBA Jams. And if you're lucky enough, your parents might not be home and you can sit and watch squiggly porn. Nothing, Mom! I'm watching the Knicks game!
Starks. Yes.
It was a time when we had the world's greatest president. Man, that man can blow. Chelsea Clinton looked good too. Yeah. Even in a time where all the kids in the world was excited for the live-action movie of Super Mario Brothers, starring Bob Hopkins as Mario and Spick-Orama Luigi.
Spectacular!
John Leguizamo portrays a mentally challenged New York Knicks fan way better than I could.
No peace, no justice, no peace.
And Yoshi, oh, how hideous does he look in that movie? Oh, he looks like one of the babies from the Godzilla 1998 movie. Yoshi's supposed to look cute and pretty, but he just looks goddamn ugly. Even in a different color, he's still cute. Oh. This leads us to the 90s Knicks. Boy, did they have some awesome coaches. Yes, we're talking about you, Eddie. No, we're talking actually about Jet Van Gundy.
Why are you not talking?
My name is Jeff. My name is
Wow, the league really needs Jeff Van Gundy as a coach again. He took the 8th seed New York Knicks to the NBA Finals. What an accomplishment that is. He had guys like Patrick Ewing, Grandmama,
with Dunn,
Charlie Ward. Even if you go back to the early 90s when they had a fine dressing man, Pat Riley. Pat Riley won 2 championships with the Lakers. Then in the 90s, he finally came to the Knicks. And man, them Knicks team in the 90s were a hard-hitting, muscle team. If you were playing New York in that night, you were going to get bruised up. You know, they had their rivalries against the Indiana Pacers and Michael Jordan's Bulls. The other day, my little guy ran up to me and he found a card of mine. And I was looking at it and like, yeah, I like Mark Jackson. But then it's like, I remember back after he left the Knicks and he was with the Pacers and he whispered something to Reggie's ear. What did you tell him? What did you tell him? Speaking about Reggie, all New York Knicks fans hate Reggie.
On the line, that's a two-pointer. And Reggie Miller in an animated discussion with Spike Lee, who is
You leave our Spike Lee alone, Reggie. I fucking hate you, Mark Jackson. Hey, yeah, what the hell is that? Is that the Menendez brothers at a Knicks game? Jose and Mary, aka Kitty Menendez, were killed on August 20th, 1989 by their sons, Lyle and Eric. Jose and Kitty were both shot with 12-gauge shotguns. Jose in back of the head, Kitty in the leg, the arm, the chest, and the face. They both were also shot in the kneecaps to make it look like the murders were tied to organized crime. They shot their parents, dumped their shotguns, then they bought movie tickets to Batman to establish their alibi. They returned home and Lyle placed the 911 call.
Beverly Hills emergency.
Yes, please.
What's the problem?
Sounds,
What's the problem? What's the problem?
someone killed my parents.
Pardon me?
Someone killed my parents.
What? Who? Are they still there?
Yes.
The people...
No.
Were they shot?
Hey, man,
Were they shot?
Yes.
They were shot?
Yes.
One of them still shot. I just want to see more. I don't want to talk to you.
What happened? Say that.
I have a hysterical person on. I'm trying to get things further. Other units responding. Is the person still there?
What happened? We have units around. What happened? Who shot who?
I don't hear anything. I just
You came home and found who shot?
I'm in bed.
You're in bed?
You know what? They're still in the house. The people that did the shooting.
Get away from me.
Okay. Hey, let me talk to Eric. Who is the person that was shot?
My mom and my dad.
Your mom and dad?
My mom and my dad.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, we're on our way over there with an ambulance.
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay. God, that's a little...
Oh.
Hello, this is police department.
Yes.
Okay, I want you to come outside. Okay, just come out the front door and
Give it to my brother.
you tell your brother, everybody that's... Come outside.
Okay.
With the insurance money, they bought Rolex watches, new cars, and courtside tickets to the New York Knicks game on January 23rd, 1990. In the 6 months after the death of their parents, it's estimated that the brothers spent over $700,000. After a lengthy investigation, Lyle was arrested on March 8th, 1990, and Eric turned himself in 3 days later on March 11th. The first trial, of which they were tried separately, resulted in both juries deadlocking. The defense was that they were both physically and mentally abused by their parents. In the second trial, the judge didn't allow too much defense testimony about the sexual abuse claims, and the trial was less publicized because cameras weren't allowed into the courtroom. Both of the Menendez brothers were convicted of 2 counts of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder. They were sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. John Leguizamo performs a performance. John Leguizamo. John Leg.
Maybe you should just do it like that.
John Leguizamo plays a my time special needs Knicks fan and I care.
See, you
I got it.
Yeah.